Hey everyone, Aiden here. About to start another video series. I've been wanting to do tarot for a long time, but I wasn't really sure if anyone would be interested. So I'm really glad somebody actually suggested it, because I really love tarot and I would love to make videos on it. So I want to have a shout out to Waning Moon 18. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for the suggestion. And if you have any more, please let me know. And I hope you continue to enjoy my videos, and I would love to hear your input in the comment box. I really would like to. I think you're just awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to just start off with some common tarot questions that I get at the shop all the time. First one is, where does tarot originate? Now, I'm not too familiar with the history. I am a little bit, but I have yet to really study in depth with it. And I've heard a whole bunch of theories about, they're pictures of wisdom from Atlantis, or from ancient Egypt, or the Library of Alexandria. Personally, based on the only historical evidence I found, which was it was I can't remember what king it was, but it was during the Renaissance period, where they actually outlawed the use of cards for gambling. Personally, I believe the first fortune telling was probably something the peasants did with the deck of cards shortly before the Renaissance period, as a way to earn a little extra money, or to pass the time, or build up hopes. That's where I personally believe it originated. It could have been the gypsies, I don't really know. If you guys know anything more about tarot history, I'm doing a pathetic job, I'll admit it. Please let me know below. I would love to learn more. Anyways, so when you're working with the cards, are you communicating with a certain spirit or a higher being, or are you just kind of talking to yourself or reading yourself? I personally see, well, first off, I believe that the divine is both external and internal. So technically speaking, yes, I do believe you are communicating with the deity. But to put it in a purely, to put it in a more logical perspective, it's psychology. It's counseling. What the cards do is that the symbols in the cards, in the traditional meanings, trigger an emotional reaction and bring up things that you already know about yourself and things that you already know about the situation, and allows you to lay them out so you can look at them at a different perspective. So while I do believe it is spiritual in that aspect, because you can grow quite a bit from it, I don't view tarot as religious, because it's not about communicating with God. It's about talking to yourself to basically move forward. So when I do a reading, and I read off the cards, both the traditional and my intuitive. Ooh, hey, text message, someone loves me. Anyways, when I do a reading, and I'm doing both the traditional meaning and what the card means to me personally, I will notice, little bits of body language, and people will start talking about what's going on in their life, because they are amazed that's appearing in the cards. Well, it's your inner self kind of coming up to the surface, being triggered by the image of the card and what I'm saying, that lets you make the connection, that lets you be able to talk it and let it out, just like talk to a therapist, kind of, and really know what's going on, and to kind of look at it a different way, so you can make changes that are best for you. Okay, going off with that, is my destiny that's told in the tarot spread set in stone? Absolutely not. You can change what happens to you in the future. while I believe that there's certain elements of us that we cannot change, certain things that will happen that we can't change, obviously we can't live forever. The majority of our life is determined by the choices we make. Therefore, we can change the outcome of the situation if it's within our power to. Obviously, you can't stop someone from leaving you if they feel like that's what's best for them. That's just the fact of the matter. Does tarot causes things to happen? No. It's usually your own choices or the choices of others that cause things to happen. Shit happens in life. It's not the card's fault. They're not cursed. They don't jinx you to cause things to happen. These things were already going to happen regardless if you got the reading or not. What the reading does is it gives you a different perspective of what's going on, so you can make choices that are best for you. Or at least that's what it is to me. Does my first deck have to be given to me? There's a myth out there that if you buy your first deck, you'll have bad luck. No. Absolutely not. In fact, I encourage people to get their own decks because, well, giving a deck is a lovely thing, lovely gift to do, especially if, no, Cole, hold on. Let me start over. Giving a tarot deck as a gift is a wonderful thought, but unless the person can connect with the symbology behind the cards and the artwork and it really calls to them, the deck will not work for them. So if you want to give a deck as a gift to someone else, this is an alternative you can do. Many New Age shops have gift certificates, and you can buy one of those so they can come in and pick their own deck out, or you can just take them with the shop and let them pick their own deck and pay for it. That's the best way to do the gift tarot thing. My first deck I bought at Borders, actually. Funny story. I buying this Rider-Waite deck from Borders down the street, and I thought my dad wouldn't be home. My parents wouldn't be home, and I could sneak it in. Well, they weren't home, so here I am shoving the deck in my jeans pocket because it's summer and it's all bulging out, and I'm kind of just leaning towards the side, walking in, so it doesn't look obvious that I have a deck, which it really did look obvious. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was quite funny watching me try to stick a deck that's yay thick in my tight jeans pocket at the time, and just shuffling through the house and hoping that my parents doesn't ask me to do anything before I can go down to my basement in my room and put the cards away. It was actually quite funny. I'm pretty sure they knew I had the deck long when I was doing that. So yeah, it's just funny little stories of the past. Here's one I got actually just going just when I did readings around around the dorms here on MSU. If I get the devil card or the death card, does that mean the devil's going to come after me or I'm going to die? No! I will explain what both of those cards mean later. But for the love of gods, just because you get the devil card does not mean the devil is going to be waiting for you at the foot of your bed as you're going to sleep and staring at you all night. Although if I can find a way to get this little statue of that and perk it on some of my roommate's bed frame, I will. Just for kicks. I'm a mean person when I do pranks. But no. Out of all seriousness, no, the devil's not going to come after you just because you got the devil card. As you've probably seen in my other videos, I do not believe in the concept of the devil. I do not believe in a deity of pure evil. The source of all evil to me is man's own greed and their ability to push the need of others down to support their own ego or for power or such. So yeah, that's my intake. What is the difference between oracle cards and tarot cards? Oracle cards can be anywhere to less than the traditional 78 cards you would find in tarot to, I've seen an oracle deck that was like 200 cards. It really depends, and there's different spreads and different meanings, whereas tarot is pretty basic. It's a basic same structure throughout the cards, where oracle can be vastly different deck to deck. Do I have to start off, and I'm going to make this the last question. Do I have to start off with, actually, 2 questions, sorry. Do I have to start off with the Rider-Waite deck? No. That's just the deck I started out with among many others. Pick whatever deck calls to you. I would stay away from theme decks at first until you got better into it, but the Hanson Roberts deck is a really good one for starters, so check that out if you can. There's a few other ones that are like it, but you don't have to start with Rider-Waite. Now for the absolute last question. Do I have to use the Celtic Cross spread in all my readings? No, you do not. If it does not work for you, you can either choose a different spread or you can come up with your own. Actually, one I've been working with right now, if I can quickly draw it out for you guys. I should have done this earlier. It's actually a 6-card spread. If I can get this without breaking my mechanical pencil. Okay. Very simple 6-card layout. Very first card represents actions that are desired to be taken, the will of the person. Second card represents air, things that are going on in the mind. Third card representing water, things that are going on in the person's emotional aspects. And earth, things that are going on in the physical plane. Then you have tools of the body, things that you can physically use to help move in the direction you want to take. And then tools of the spirit, which are the spiritual tools you can use. And you can add another card for the final outcome if you wish to. But with this system, I actually combined it with Geomancy and I Ching to get a more in-depth reading, to more understand what the final outcome is. I'm very synthetic with my delineation system, and I will show you how to do that in later videos. So, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I kind of clustered up at times. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Blessed be.